It's joke, no joke, no joke. Oh. Joke, no joke. I'm in the building. You already know. Sorry for coming on so late. I'm not supposed to be on at the guard hour. I had one of those days. But I'm here, better late than never. You heard? That's what I was told. But man, this is a crazy day today. Man, yeah, I don't know what's going on out here, bro. Shout out to Dipset Forever, first in the building. All right. My moderator, his squad on deck. The membership gang is here. Darius is in the building. You heard? My man Kev is in the building. My girl Michelle Frizzy, you know how she do, in the building. Drew C in here. My man Kareem Smiggity, West Coast in the building. The legend MT's here. Yizzo. My girl Aries 80s baby in the building. Moderator his squad on the check-in. Purple Flower, what up? My man Whack on Wood is here. King James Mayo in the building. GTA in the building. Still Daryl in the building. I'm gonna leave Turk alone right now. Shout out to my podcast partner Turk. No, Turk, that original hot boy. Snoop in the building. What up? All right, Snoop 113th. David Birch just stepped in. The only lovely love is here. Hey, lovely. DX in the building. C. Mary's here. Janice is in the building. All right, Maroon is here. Still Daryl in the building. Purple Flower just stepped in. Choke no joke, man. We got a crazy show tonight, boy. We got a crazy one tonight. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I don't even know where to begin. But first and foremost, the boy Lil Boosie. Accusations. It's this girl out here saying that Lil Boosie allegedly raped her when she was 5 years old. I don't know. I think she's saying something to the allegations of he was messing with her mother, and then he crept in her room and sodomized her allegedly. It's just, and this, I think Boosie just dropped a new album today. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But what I will do, I can't speak for Boosie. So under fair use, I'm gonna let Boosie speak for itself. You know what I mean? Before I get the show started, we're gonna start it off like this.
And then my sugar done jumped to 550, bro. I need help, man. Oh, man, bro. I'm going through a lot today, bro. My lawyers really need help, man, so I can file charges on this woman for lying on me, you know. I'm stressed out right now, bro. Like, I'm so stressed out right now, bro. Like, just the lowest of the lowest. You know? Ain't no people stoop this low, man. I mean, it's lady and post all this false information about me, bro. And I need a real name on this lady so my lawyers can handle this the right way, you know. That's what I need from my fans, bro. Like, for her to post all this stuff and don't want to post her real name, you know. Stuff you say on social media, it's follow you forever, and it's the worst of the worst, you know. Just feel like it's a campaign to bring me down, you know. So if you're a fan of me, man, just help me find this lady so I could go the proper way. I could do the right thing and get this lady served. I need help, bro, you know. I need a private investigator, man. I'll pay whoever, man. I need help, bro. Like, I need help, man. You know, if anybody can find a real name and address on this lady so I could get her sued for defamation, you know. I need help, man. Louisiana, I need help, man. I love y'all. I know somebody. They got a private investigator in Louisiana to help me. I need help, man. I'm stressing myself out in this DM trying to see if this a real person, this ain't. I'm stressed out. I ain't even ate nothing and my sugar done jumped to 550, bro. I need help, man.
Choke, no joke. I don't know what to say, man. But we're going to get into it. Let's start the show. Let's go. Choke, no joke. We here, baby. Let's get to it.
I didn't want to get down. Niggas talking about God there. What God? What God are you talking about? Say his name. This nigga went Eric Benet. Now the baddest girl won't show her face. You know your ass in the way when she show up to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you ain't even say her name, lame. You better say Dame. In the streets, we call you roadblock. Nigga, you shot. Nigga, you block rocks. Like when Chris was about to pop. Like MJ moonwalking like Spock. You abuse your power fast. You killed the thought that's black.
Jay told me in no certain terms that, you know, no rapper can really afford to look bad in front of him. So it's almost like we gotta blackball him.
Shout out to Jay-Z for seeing the big picture here.
Yeah, and it was a hard pill to swallow.
Tariq, you kill the weeds, not the seeds that grow the trees. And as long as you alive, Dave should have a milli. Fuck you mean bleed. Nigga, don't get me started. You know I'm retarded and lion-hearted. You flipped on your peeps for those peoples in them white sheets. Like you pro-black. We pass kneeling, how you shit on cap.
Did you kneel to what you're saying?
What?
Did you kneel to what you're saying?
Okay. I think we've passed kneeling.
Nigga, you got the check. The pros went back, and that's no cap. Leaving cap with no salary cap. Your son said you his dad, and you never threw him a pass. Watching his siblings in the stands, Say lips, say no, say hands. You say the kid is not your son. They call you Hov, it must be immaculate conception.
Choke, no joke. So, if you just tuned in, we are live and direct. And I just played the video of Boosie, very upset, highly upset, stressed out because this woman, who I don't have her name, the legend, good looking, I appreciate it. Making accusations about Boosie when she was younger, allegedly. But I'm gonna play the video so y'all can hear what she says, so y'all can know what Boosie is referring to.
I'm ready to tell my story, how I was traumatized and raped by the rapper that goes by the name of Boosie. It took place when I was 5 years old. He dated my mother back around the 2000s, and he was a very violent person, what I can remember. He was very nice to me in the beginning, and it went about him coming around a few times after the fact, and he started to act like a different person. One night, my mother was asleep, and he came in, and he started to abuse me again around that time. I actually can remember I was sleeping. It was midnight. It was dark. I was sleeping in my bed at my grandfather's house, and I can remember him sexually assaulting me, and he was on top of me. He was on top of me. He was on top of me. And I cried, and I kicked, and I screamed, and I told him to stop. He kept raping me. He wouldn't stop. And I can remember him whispering in my ear that I would never have a true love. He would always be my first love. I can remember me my bed, biting him, kicking, screaming for him to get off of me. I was having seizures. I can remember this man leaving me on the floor covered in blood. He left my grandfather's house and left me covered in blood, passed me a towel, told me that I had to clean me so I can clean myself. He cleaned himself. He gave me a towel for me to clean myself. I'm ready to tell.
So she didn't state her name. Let me see if her name is on here.
I'm ready to.
Yeah, she didn't state her name on here. I don't have no opinion on this whatsoever. But if you just tuned in, of course, Boosie denies these allegations against him. He's looking for help. If anybody knows this woman, he's willing to pay for information to anybody that can identify this woman and give her name, her mother's name, a family's name so he could issue a defamation of character lawsuit and try to sue her. I don't know if she's from Louisiana. Well, she will have to be from Louisiana if uh, she's saying she was 5 years old and she's probably in her, I don't know, 30s maybe, 20s, 30s, or whatever. Um, but if you just tuned in, I'll play Boosie's video again so he could defend himself. All right.
And then my sugar done jumped to 550, bro. I need help, man. Oh, man, bro. I'm going through a lot today, bro. My lawyers really need help, man, so I can file charges on this woman for lying on me, you know. I'm stressed out right now, bro. Like, I'm so stressed out right now, bro. Like, just the lowest of the lowest, you know. Ain't no people stoop this low, man. I mean, this lady done post all this false information about me, bro. And I need a real name on this lady so my lawyers can handle this the right way, you know. That's what I need from my fans, bro. Like, for her to post all this stuff and don't want to post her real name, you know. Stuff you say on social media, it's follow you forever, and it's the worst of the worst, you know. Just feel like it's a campaign to bring me down, you know. So if you're a fan of me, man, just help me find this lady so I could go the proper way. I could do the right thing and get this lady served. I need help, bro, you know. I need a private investigator, man. I'll pay whoever, man. Just, I need help, bro. Like, I need help, man. You know, if anybody could find a real name and address on this lady so I could get her sued for defamation, you know. I need help, man. Louisiana, I need help, man. I love y'all. I know somebody. They got a private investigator in Louisiana. Help me. I need help, man. I'm stressing myself out in this DM trying to see if this a real person, this a real person, this ain't. I'm stressed out. I ain't even ate nothing and my sugar done jumped to 550, bro. I need help, man.
Choke, no joke. So that's Lil Boosie. He has done a few videos since that one, you know, expressing his heartache, you know, expressing his pain, trying to get somebody to identify this woman. You know, we just dropped a new album today and this joint came out at the same time. So, you know, I really don't know what to say, but I don't want to say the girl lying, you know, just because he a celebrity. You know, I don't want to say he's lying because he's a celebrity. I just pray that, you know, truth come to light And what I will say is that normally in these cases, when somebody comes forward with these type of accusations, you would usually see them with a lawyer present at a press conference, or filing a lawsuit, opposed to just jumping on social media and making these accusations without some type of legal counsel. If she was trying to get some type of legal help, or trying to press charges or a lawsuit or something, normally you would see them with, even if it's one of these clout chasing lawyers that would take any case. But prayers for everybody involved. And I would hate to find out that this is like a ploy just to slander or defame this dude's name, just for the sake of doing that. Because that like he said, when that stuff like that hits social media, you know, especially if you got people that hate on you, they will run with it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that Boosie focus on his diabetes even in times like this, because he could stress himself out and go into a diabetic coma and be in a worse position than he is right now. So, he just better hope that somebody out there know this woman. And that's another thing. I don't understand why she wouldn't identify herself as, hey, my name is Jane Doe and I'm from West Bubble F, and my mother's name is so and so, and she dated the rapper Boosie. We the family from, you know, the Does from Shreveport, Louisiana, or Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or whatever. Like, she not giving no name, no information, no nothing that could lead back to her, to where people could come forward and say, "Oh yeah, I know her. Yeah, she's a credible person," or "I know that family." "Oh yo, Boosie did go with her mother. Yeah, I remember Miss Jane. Yeah, Boosie did used to mess with Miss Jane." Like, she not giving nothing to uh help her credibility in these accusations. But like I said, I'm not here to play judge or jury. You know, I'm just saying that in normal circumstances like these, you would see a different approach. But uh time time will tell, and we'll see. But since we on the subject um of the R word or sexual assaults, I don't know if y'all heard, but Mystical pled guilty today, or yesterday rather, to third degree rape when he got arrested in 2022. Um, and he did a bid before for grape, and that was, I think, 2000 or 2001, because I was out in New Orleans that weekend. Me, my man, Suave Bob, rest in peace, Juggy. You know, we was all hanging out, and Mr. Cool supposed to have came to hang out with us. Um, I think he had a show that night or something, and we already got locked up. And when we already got locked up, I remember the story of how his assistant, he caught us stealing money and allegedly told her, "Yo, you going to sleep with all my homeboys for stealing," allegedly. And allegedly that's, what took place. And then the girl went and pressed charges, and that day he got arrested while we was all out there for Essence Fest. Um, he wound up getting convicted on that and doing a bid. Um, and then he came home. I can't remember how much time he did, but he came home. And I can't even remember what year he came home, but he came home, and a few years later, he got in trouble again. But as the story goes, the U.S. rapper Mystikal on Tuesday pleaded guilty to third-degree rape in connection with a case that led to his arrest in 2022. Mystikal, whose real name is Michael Tyler, faces up to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty in the state courthouse outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, according to the report. The 55-year-old Tyler had originally been charged with more serious offenses to which he pleaded not guilty: first degree rape, simple robbery, domestic abuse, battery, and false imprisonment. Mystikal's guilty plea was reportedly part of a deal that reduced the overall severity of the case against him. If convicted as originally charged, he would have faced mandatory life imprisonment. Oh, now I understand why he pled guilty. God. Woo. If he would have blew trial, he would have got life in prison. So to plead guilty, I'm not saying he's guilty or not, but for him to plead guilty, that means he didn't want to roll the dice at all in this case, because if he blew, he would have got mandatory life in prison. So that's why he might have pled guilty to it, which is still a bad thing. But being that he got prior convictions, that's why he probably was like, "Yo, I'm not even taking the chance." And he's 55, so if he did, or if they do hit him with the max 20 years, he still could come home at 75. God damn. Woo! Mystical scored the global hit in 2000 with Shake Yo Ass, and subsequently was nominated for 2 Grammy Awards. The single had a memorable cameo in the Hugh Grant, Tony Collette, and Nicholas Hoult film About a Boy. He also had an album debut at the top of the Billboard 200 before being sentenced to 6 years in prison in 2004 after being found guilty of sexual assault and extortion in a case involving his hairstylist. Well, she was his hairstylist, not his assistant. That earlier conviction required Tyler to register as a sex offender. In 2012, the lyricist was jailed for 3 months after an arrest on a misdemeanor domestic abuse account. Domestic abuse count. Then, in 2017, he was charged with rape and kidnapping before authorities ultimately dropped that case. The case to which Tyler pled guilty on Tuesday before a 30 March trial date. Oh, so he was going to go to trial on the 30th. Centered on a victim who told investigators that he raped her, beaten her, and choked her. She also said he took her phone and car keys to stop her from leaving, and then forced her to send him money over the platform Cash App. Tyler's sentencing hearing is scheduled for June. So in 2017, he was charged with rape and kidnapping again before authorities ultimately dropped the case. So I wonder when he got arrested for this one. Oh, 2022, which is 4 years ago. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Well, at least he got 4 years in. He get 20 years. He'd just have 16 if they got to do day for day. I don't know if he got to do day for day in Louisiana. But like, what do you to say to, this type of stuff? Like, fellas, you can't be thinking with your ding ding. You know, can't be thinking with your ding ding. Like your man, Mr. Rhythm, said in the movie DC Cab, don't let your stick run your life. Mr. Rhythm's good advice. Only cost you a quarter. But since we on the topic of grape, which is a horrible topic to be on, especially going from Boosie to Mystikal, now to King Clout, Ray J. Ray J has said that he has come out the closet. I don't know if he's saying that seriously. I don't know if he's saying that jokingly. But he has stated that he's out the closet and he is threatening Cameron, Mace, and Sean back pockets, if you understand what I mean. He talking about when he see Cameron or Mace or Sean, he gonna take their back pockets and for them talking about his sister Brandy. Now, these allegations that Ray J is making, saying that he gonna do like take these guys' back pockets and make them give him top, is really, really wild. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna even play it because playing it, I don't even want to play it because he's talking so reckless. I mean, he's talking so reckless that I don't even need to get a strike or a flag or anything because he is talking, I mean, reckless. Like, I don't know what's up with Ray J. But I did speak to people close to him. I won't say who. And you know, I was telling the person that's close to Ray J that, you know, Ray J gotta chill, right? And the reason I say that Ray J gotta chill is because I don't think that even if he was cloud chasing, I don't think that um he's taking his children in consideration, right? Because one, even though I find those threats to be harmless threats, I don't think that uh he's going to run up on these guys and strip them and do what he's alleging. Like, and what man is going to allow him to be a booty goon and do what he's alleging, right? Or what man is going to allow him to make them make him a lollipop, right? I don't especially out of those three. Like Cam ain't going for it, Mace ain't going for it, and Shine ain't going for it. Ain't none of them built to be letting nobody take their back pockets or uh letting another man make make him their lollipop, right? And I think, you know, if I had to bet money, I think all three of them in a fair one will beat the crap out of Ray J. You know what I'm saying? But for Ray J, I don't think that he's taking his kids in consideration. And this is why, you know, I spoke to, you know, people that's close to him. Um, One of them is my man Shorty Mac. Shout out to Shorty Mac. They got that West Side record out right now. Um, you know, I know Shorty Mac from Ray J. I know Rio from Ray J. Um, you know, we all used to kick it back when I was at BET and I used to let Ray J host shows um while I was producing at BET. So, you know, me and Shorty Mac and Rio, um, can't think of my other man name right now. He passed away. Damn, what's his name? Man, we'll look it up. Damn, I can't even think it. Right. He, Vici. Uh, what's the producer name for Bone Thugs and Harmony? It's his son. But Vici, you know, me, Vici, Rio, you know, Ray J, you know, we all used to be cool. We all used to hang out. Then Ray J, you know, started drifting over to the the weird side of the industry that we wouldn't, you know, participate in, none of us. And then he got all the way in over there and started hanging with the Diddies and, you know, that crowd and stuff. And none of us would hang out with none of those type of people because I guess y'all know why, right? Um, so me, Rio, Vici, Shorty Mac, we all remained cool, stayed cool, you know, did music together and stuff. And you know, that's when Shorty Mac was down with Ray J's label Knockout and stuff. So we just seen Ray J go from being one of the homies to start getting weird. And now today, you know, we all on the phone together today in disbelief that, you know, how Ray J went all the way left. Like, you know, he got the agency now. He's running around with, you know, transgenders. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you know, for him to sit there and say that, you know, a transgender is a real woman, is like he went all the way left. You know what I'm saying? Like you could support them, but come on, Nick, you know damn well a transgender is not a real woman. That's why they call it transgender, right? But to us, we all trying to figure out, you know, what happened. What did Ray J see? What did Ray J do? What did them circles do to him to have him crashing and burning like he is right now? Because none of us can make light of it. Um, and to be honest, all of us, and I'm sure his family too, are worried about Ray J. Like he went all the way left. And now he's saying he's out the closet. And I can only think that for him to come out and say that he's out the closet, that somebody may have been threatening to out him. And before they were able to out him, he just came out and said it. Y'all, I'm out the closet. This what it is. I'm gonna make, you know, these guys top me off. When I see these guys, I'm gonna take their back pockets and saying everything that falls under the umbrella uh, of the alphabet gang. You know what I'm saying? And I personally just think that he really got in the circle of the circle, you know what I'm saying, and got to be around, you know, the Diddy's, the Jay-Z's, the upper echelon of the industry, you know, and somewhere got in that circle or the dark side, right? Because I keep telling y'all can believe me or not. And I hope the day comes before I leave this earth that somebody in that circle, even though I know they can't break the oath, that will come out and tell the truth and uh, give light to what I've been telling y'all for the last 20 years, that if you ain't playing in they reindeer games, you just gonna hit that glass ceiling. And the only way you breaking through that glass ceiling is succumbing to homosexuality or worshiping Lucifer, Satan, the devil, or whoever you want to call it, right? Because as you can see, even at the Oscars this year, Michael B. Jordan, he wins the Oscar for what? Playing a dark role, playing a satanic role. And who was the person that won Best Supporting Actress? The lady that played the dark satanic role in the Weapons movie, right? So as you can see, Hollywood gives trophies to those people that play the satanic roles or worship the devil, or however you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? But and a lot of people refer to sinners as the music industry. You know what I'm saying? If you ever seen it, like that's how people view the music industry. You can either, you know, uh refuse the indecent proposal, or you could give into it and elevate to unbelievable heights, right? But something comes with that price, your soul. And like I said, if you look at, me, Shorty, Mac, Rio, all of us, like Ray J, we all came from the same level of success. You know what I'm saying? Shorty Mac was on Ray J's reality shows. He was on Moesha and all that stuff. He got a taste of some fame. You know what I'm saying? I got some taste of some fame. By the grace of God, I'm still relevant in this space right now without going there. But when we look at the homie, that nigga done blew through the roof, right? But now look at him. Look at what he's doing now. Look at the stuff that he's doing. Look at the stuff that he's saying. And I really feel like the brother's losing his mind and lost who he is, because he don't take his sister in consideration. He don't take his mother and father in consideration. He don't take his kids in consideration with the antics that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Kids are cruel. His kids are little, just getting ready to go to school. You imagine with social media now, kids coming up to them like, "Oh yeah, daddy said he gonna take Cameron's back pockets." Or I saw your daddy on social media, and he said he gonna make this guy he gonna be this guy's lollipop, and and make him get his lollipop below the belt. You know, like he not even considering his kids happen to grow up and be happen to do interviews when they get in their late teens, early 20s, 30s. And God, you don't know where their careers are going to take them or their lives going to take them. But they damn sure, as Ray J kids, when they get older, are going to be asking or be asked about all these goddamn weird ass things that Ray J's doing. You know, he got booty goons. He went from having booty goons to now he's the president. It ain't funny, but y'all remember when he talked about uh with Fab that he had booty goons, right? And now he's not he was not only the client, he's the president. He got the agency. And he don't care. He's just saying anything and he's doing anything. And it's he's hurting his family, bro. He's hurting his family, man. And I don't think that he cares. All he cares about is clout. All he cares about is clout. But as I keep telling y'all, this music industry or this entertainment industry will ruin you mentally, right? I would never help my family get into the entertainment business because you can reach a level of success, and if you cannot deal with people offering you cocaine, it happened to me. Pills, it happened to me. Trying to force homosexuality on me, it happened to me. Many, 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 many people I've seen that I came in the industry with have succumbed to it, to the drugs, the homosexuality, and you see the people that succumb to it and promote that lifestyle, they benefit. You know what I'm saying? They benefit. They get all the success, they get all the stardom, they get all the trophies, they get all the awards and stuff. But at the end of the day, you see some of them blow their brains out because they can't live what they did. A lot of them committed suicide. No names mentioned, but if you have an idea, you know who I'm talking about. And I just feel like Ray J is cracking up, bro. He's cracking up. And who is there if his family can't get him to chill, then nobody could get him to chill. You know what I'm saying? You see the dude Whack 100, he was running around with Ray J. And I feel like Whack is the type of person that could get him to chill. And he probably can't even get him to chill. So I just hope that it comes to a point before Ray J crash and burns that he start taking his kids in consideration and start thinking about they're getting older. And as they get older, they're going to have to answer for his antics, which they probably not going to even understand. You know what I'm saying? So from him going on platforms saying that he used to go buy butter for Suge and, booties was being taken in ways he can't explain and all this stuff. And, him denying being a homosexual to now saying that he's out of the closet. I just really feel like somebody was getting ready to out him. And before they could out him, he outed himself. Like, let me say it before, somebody else come and say it. And then if somebody else come and say it, he gonna be like, yo, I already said it. So, he Eminem'd him. He beat him to the punch. And now he's using Cameron, Mace, and Shine as part of his campaign of coming out by making these accusations that what he's alleging to do to them, you know, as them potentially or allegedly being straight men. I don't know what they are, right? But I you got to say a prayer for Ray J. That's the only thing that I can say, man. And I pray for his family, Miss Sonia Norwood, his dad Willie Norwood, Brandy, his children, Princess Love, because they got to be worried about him, bro. The dude is spiraling out of control, and it's not even funny no more. You know, trying to get in the shower with Kai Sinat. You know, Ray J been doing way too much lately, man. And it's not even funny no more. That's why I wouldn't even play the video because it's just like he needs prayer and he needs I don't even know if he needs a rehab. I don't know if it's substance abuse. I don't know if he needs rehab for social media, but he needs something. He definitely needs something, man. And I hate to see the dude that I first met Brandy and Ray J. Ray J probably was like 8 years old. It was like 95, 94, when she had the baby video. Because that's the video she was shooting in Times Square because my cousin did the choreography. That's when I first met her. And we was up in David Letterman's office up in Times Square. So that's how long I known Ray J. Way since he was a little kid. So to see him grow up to be like this, you know, I definitely got to give that credit to the entertainment industry. If you're not a strong mind and you don't know how to stay out of those circles, you know, it will happen to you. You know, we seen other effects take place, like on the women that got caught up into all the facial implants and nose surgeries, the lips, the eyes, the cheeks, the breasts, the booties, the hips. Like the industry is a wicked place, bro. It's a wicked place. And if you not strong minded, you know what I'm saying? You won't be the same person you came in. I know it's some people that they probably go to jail for 20 years, come home and see some of the people that they knew from the neighborhood that blew up in the industry and don't even recognize them. You know, so I just feel bad for Ray J, bro. I just feel bad for Ray J. But I'm gonna move on from Ray J, man. Um, while I'm in the sober moment, this should be the last sober thing that I'm gonna talk about. Somber thing, like we gotta say, rest in peace to an Apollo legend, Miss Kiki Shepherd. I don't know how many of y'all used to watch the Apollo, but whenever they had Showtime at the Apollo, it's two people that you would never forget. The Sandman and Kiki Shepherd. You know, she was the the host for probably decades. I don't want to say years because it was longer than years. But, you know, she just had an untimely demise. You know, she was loved by many. She was very cool. You don't hear too many people, if anybody, talk bad about um, Kiki Shepherd. She used to be a fine young thing when we was young, you know, and she'll be missed. And it just let me know, man, that we definitely getting older out here. Even if you out here dyeing your beard and dyeing your hair and everything, you know, age will catch up to you. But just want to say rest in peace to keep Kiki Shepherd. She's definitely a legend in New York City and beyond, because it don't matter what channel, I mean, what state you was in, you was watching the Apollo, and you know Kiki Shepherd. So let's have a little moment of silence for Miss Kiki Shepherd. All right, moving on to the next topic. I'm sure y'all heard. If you didn't heard, it's over now. Tar back on the market. Kandi back on the market. I call the Kandi Cane. She been looking sweet lately, right? Kandi Cane and Tar Tucker divorce is finally over. They came to an agreement. And even though Todd got bamboozled into signing that prenup on the show, we all seen it. He was able to walk away with something instead of nothing, even though Kandi had a prenup. So let that be known. Let it be known that contracts are made to be broken. All right? Always remember that. Contracts are made to be broken. You know, even though she had a prenup, Todd was able to get something. So in a divorce, Todd gets primary custody of the two kids. The little girl Blaze, and what's the son name? Damn, I can't think of the son name right now. It'll come to me. If anybody want to type it in, if you know it, I'll say it. Ace. Thank you. Todd gets primary custody of the kids, Blaze and Ace, which I believe they gave Todd primary custody because not only of his daddy daycare videos, but Kandi has a flourishing career still by the grace of God. She's the only real housewife that really had a career on the show, that still has a career, while everybody else ain't doing nothing. If they ain't on the show, they ain't doing nothing, right? But Kandi's on Broadway right now. You know, she's in like The Shy. You know, she had her restaurants, this, that, and the third. And speaking of restaurants, Todd got all the restaurants. So not only did Todd get primary custody of the kids, which they both have joint custody, but he has primary custody, meaning that the kids will be living with him most of the time. Um, and he got control and ownership of all the restaurants, which is really nothing because I don't think those restaurants are doing anything no more. I think Blaze might be closed down. Old Lady Gang ain't cracking no more. Um, I think the one in Camp Creek might still be open. I'm not even sure if the one on Peter Street is still open. They had one in either the Mercedes Benz Stadium or State Farms. I can't remember. But the last time I've been in those places, I didn't see it. So um, he got the primary custody of the two kids. He got the restaurants. And Kandi gets to keep the house. So Todd has to move out the house and out the guest house and got to go get his own spot. Um, but Todd also walks away with Kandi giving him $2 million. So the prenup then stopped Todd from getting some coins. You know, $2 million ain't money. Is technically, allegedly, only worth about 30 million. They say so. Todd gets $2 million. The restaurants, primary custody of the kids, Kandi get the house, and Todd will be getting child support. Yes, he is. You know, I ain't against them getting child support. Us men, we got to pay child support. You know, when we the ones that are doing better, or if we break up with our baby mothers or our fiancés or our wives, most of the time it's the guys paying child support. So I don't feel no sympathy for Kandi when it comes to paying child support because she's doing better. If he got the kids and he's taking care of the kids, I don't care if you male or female. You know what I'm saying? If the kids are with the other parent and you are out being able to do you, yeah, you got to pay child support, right? And the child support award for Todd is 10K to 25K a month. I think they're going to make that decision maybe in their next court date or whatever. But he's getting 10K to 25K a month, which is good money. You know, if he get 10K, he get 120,000 a year. If he get 25K, he getting double that. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's probably a few women out there. They probably mad Todd getting the child support. Don't be mad. It's all fair. It's all fair, ladies. It is all fair, ladies. Yeah. And if you get 25,000 a month, then that's 300,000 a year. Which means Kandi better stay working because them kids is not even 10 yet. Maybe Ace might be 10 years old. So I don't know the child support laws in Atlanta or Georgia, but even if she got to go to 18, let's see. Blaze is, she probably like 5, 6 years old. So before it all ends, let's say it's a bare minimum of 12 more years. Yeah, Kandi will be paying at least over the next 18 years. I'll say the next 12 years, 3.6 million in child support if they go with the high number. You know, at least $1 million and some change if they go with the lower number. Yeah, so Kandi got to keep working, baby. At least she don't got to pay no spousal support, you know, because that could have made it even worse. You know, so 10 to 25,000 in child support, all of the restaurants, primary custody of the kids. I think that, you know, and $2 million, you know, it's not that bad for Todd, you know, but Candy's a hustler. That's my Taurus sister. She'll be all right. Now, moving on to the next thing. Rick Ross. Huh? Huh? Two things with Rick Ross. First, Rick Ross and Gunplay seem to be going at it right now. You know, Gunplay feels like when he was signed to MMG, that when it was time for him to get his solo project, he didn't get the support that he deserved. You know, he feel like he had a hit record out, and he feel like MMG dropped the ball and left him out there, and his career suffered. But Rick Ross, he replied to the allegations that Gunplay saying, you know, they just dropped him or whatever. Let me see if I can find the video with Rick Ross talking about it. Yeah, there you go.
Toast to the hustlers worldwide. Luke Belletta, finest bubbles. The world know about the car show. Y'all know the car show June 13th. Y'all know that's the biggest car bike event of the world. Slippery Soap sponsors, the biggest hustlers, the biggest entrepreneurs, the biggest money getters from around the world come together at the Promised Land. 350 acres, Fayetteville. Shout out to the A-Town, all the real Georgia boys. You know Florida gonna be in the building. The list too long. RickRossCarShow.com. RickRossCarShow.com. Get your tickets. Listen, man, you only got one life to live. You can't miss this one. This will be the 5th Rick Ross Car Show. God willing. And guess what? If you miss the first 4, man, you better be there this go round. And shout out all the big key holders and the big winners. Y'all know what it is, man. We gonna do it big. I'm gonna see y'all there. Ricky Rose, boss.
No, that ain't the video.
I remember seeing an interview. I'm not. I might have told you before.
Where is that? Rick Ross basically said that it wasn't him. Here you go.
I got number love for him, but the situation you're talking about was saying wasn't no budgets enough. And not laughing at my little bro situation, because I got number love for him, but the situation you're talking about was saying wasn't no budgets or nothing like that. The distributor had done dropped you. They ain't want nothing to do with you. MMG just ain't give you the bad news. We told you just keep working, just keep grinding. Don't stop, don't quit. Yeah, that's how it goes. When they don't want to spend no money on you, ain't no more budget. You ain't have a manager or none of that. So they ain't tell you. And I ain't want to break your heart. I want you to keep hustling. I always say you're not breaking from being on top. Put in 20 years of hard working, and when you meet a hoe, y'all start tongue kissing on love and hip hop and throw the 20 years away. You know, when niggas fall in love, they say hoes lawyers and they don't be lawyers and they just. How you feeling now? That's how I feel. Yeah. So I know how it go. I feel it. I feel you. Hey, that nigga was tongue kissing that. You mad, ain't it now? When you reflect and look in the mirror, damn, where I'm at. Yeah, ain't no pause buttons on life, my nigga. You can't pause the hustle. Now get back in the streets. Yeah, like you said, get back in the streets and turn up. Let's go get it. And not laughing at my little bro situation.
So basically, I'm gonna tell you where I don't agree with Rick Ross, right? He's saying that the distributor, which would be Def Jam, is the one that dropped him, and he just ain't want to tell him because he didn't want to break his heart. Me personally, I feel like that's like Jay-Z and Memphis Bleak. You know what I'm saying? That's like Dr. Dre and Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Or Suge and Snoop. Or, Jermaine Dupri and the Brat, right? If the distributor don't want to put out your records and they drop you, and you sign to, if you the Brat, you sign to So Def and Arista wants to drop you, or if you Dre and Suge and Interscope want to drop you, but you signed to Death Row, or you Jay-Z and Def Jam wants to drop Bleak and you signed him to Rockefeller. And Rick Ross' case, you signed Gunplay to MMG, right? Maybach Music Group. And y'all had a distribution deal with Def Jam. If Def Jam wanted to drop, or if Def Jam was dropping Gunplay, in my opinion, it's Rick Ross' place to sit Gunplay down and be like, yo, look, homie, I know I brought you in the game. I signed you. We ran around the world. We did this, we did that. We went through these beefs together with these dudes, so and so and so and so. You know what I'm saying? Yo, homie, the distribution company, they don't want to put your music out no more. They dropped you. I just feel like Rick Ross, if you signed him, bro, you saying that you didn't tell him because you didn't want to break his heart. You wanted him to keep hustling. I don't think that was G, my nigga. Keeping it a beam, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you would have told him instead of you saying you didn't want to break his heart, you probably breaking his heart by not telling him and just leaving him in the dark and letting him figure it out for himself and not knowing what's going on instead of sitting him down and be like, yo, this is the deal. So he can figure out where his next step is moving forward. Because if you brought him into the house, you know, you should be the one to open the door to let him out. Don't let the Leos or whoever just put their foot in his butt and kick him out the door. Like, you know, or like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, just jazz him and just throw him out the door. Like, at least you could put your arm around the corner, around his shoulder, and walk him to the door. Like, yo, baby, bro, it's over. This is where the your run ends right here. Like, he from your hometown. You brought him in. You signed him. You found it. You saw his talent. Like, for you to say, yo, I didn't tell you because I didn't want to break your heart. What kind of big homie is that, bro? Like, what kind of big homie is that? I'm pretty much sure when Bleak got let go from Def Jam or Rockefeller, Jay-Z at least had the conversation with him. Because I remember when I think it was State Property, you know, all the members from State Property, when it was over, Jay sent Lenny S to let everybody know that, you know, it was over, that they, you know, they was dropped. He didn't let Leo and them tell him, you know what I'm saying? But at least he sent somebody that they knew, the A&R guy, with a message from Jay, at least to say, and you know I ain't here to defend Jay, but when the dude is right, then he's right. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he sent the kite. He sent Lenny S to tell these guys personally that it was over. He didn't go and tell them. You know what I'm saying? His scary ass, but he sent Lenny S to tell them, and you know, and but that's how it is. You know, even Dame wouldn't allow uh a Leo and them to drop anybody, and they tell them they're yo, we not messing with the Jewels, or we not messing with anybody that's, you know, on the Rockefeller, and Dame don't sit down and tell them, yo, they don't want to put your music out. He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna say, oh, I didn't tell you because I ain't want to break your heart. Like, come on, Rick Ross, man. You gotta have so you gotta take some accountability in that. And if that was your homie, and then you sit here trolling him, talking about he fell in love with some chick and she was a fake lawyer, and you on Love and Hip Hop, kissing her in the mouth. Now you antagonizing the dude. Now you sitting there teasing him while you in this big ass pool, is still on with all this money. He signed to you and stuff, ride or die for you, and you tell him you didn't want to tell him because you didn't want to break his heart. It sounds like you a little upset that uh, he fell in love with the chick, and you know some dudes can be a sucker for love, but you learn, you live and you learn. But for Rick Ross to say that, yo, I ain't tell you because I didn't want to break your heart. Nigga, what? You signed me to the label. How you don't want to tell me? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. But to each his own, man. To each his own. I wouldn't have did him like that. Like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, if I brought you to the label and I signed you, there's no way I can't have that conversation with you, especially when you calling yourself a real one. You know what I'm saying? Like that's come on, Rick Ross, man. I I would think that you would uh you would have more class than that, man. You wouldn't just sit here and tease the dude. Somebody he fell in love with the chick, kissing her on Love and Hip Hop. But to each his own, man. To each his own, man. But I got a few more stories to run through real quick. Shout out to Beyonce. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but Beyonce moms opened up a business, Miss Tina's Gumbo. And I seen some chicks on the internet. They was complaining, boy, about Miss Tina's Gumbo. But they said Tina knows, Mama Tina knows Gumbo stand was reopened on Wednesday after being shut down by the Houston Health Department on Monday. The agency said in a statement that the booth at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo was temporarily closed on Monday due to a complaint investigation. The vendor was cooperative with the department's recommendation and passed an inspection. The statement reads, it was authorized to reopen on Tuesday, March 17, 2026. The rodeo also released a statement saying Mama Tina's Gumbo worked closely with the Houston Health Department to address the identified clerical issues. Ms. Tina announced that her gumbo stand was headed to the Houston Rodeo on Instagram last month. Ms. Tina recently spoke with ABC 13 about her chicken and sausage gumbo, as well as her personal favorite, the seafood option, which is cooked between 16 and 18 hours. So, yeah, so she was shut down temporarily. I can't remember what the girl was saying on IG, but there was a few people out there complaining about the gumbo, but some people was went out there and supported. Anything that got Beyonce name on it is gonna even though it ain't Beyonce name, but it's Beyonce mama. That's people going to support it just because. Here go Latoya Luckett trying it out. Oh man, maybe not. Well, my boy Bum B, shout out to the Trillers. All right, he tried it out.
I get out here and get some of this Mama Tina's gumbo before I be done ate it all, man. So many shrimp, so much crab meat, all the sausages. Y'all better stop playing, man. Get out here and tap in with Mama Tina. Thank you, OG. You're welcome.
So Mama Tina's back in business. You know, she was shut down for, I guess, 2 days. People was complaining. I don't want to pull up the video of the other girl that was. There was a girl on Instagram. She was going in, and she's back open. So if she was still closed, I would play that video. Y'all can look it up for yourself. But the Texas Livestock Show is a good show. I went there. It might have been last year. I went. Yeah, I think I went last year, and I enjoyed it. It's if you're in Texas and it's still going on and you never been, I would recommend you go. It's so much to do. It's so much different food to try. You know, they got rides, they got all types of stuff to do there. It's really a fun event. One other thing I want to address. Oh, forgot Rick Ross hit Remy Ma with a cease and desist. Remy Ma had I guess a show or something, and which call it Rick Ross had to send them lawyers at Remy Ma. I don't know if y'all heard about that. Which call it Brandy just hit me, and she told me that she responded. I should get her to call in, but she told me to go look at her Instagram, so I'm gonna do that right now. Where? I don't see it. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Where she responded at? Oh, okay. Here you go. All right. Hold on, real quick. I'll get back to Rick Ross and Remy Ma in a second. Y'all getting an exclusive right now. Uh, I should tell her to come on. All right, let me see what she wrote. Shout out to Brandy. That's her new book, her memoir. All right. In the late 90s, I had a platonic friendship with the rapper Shine. In an unfortunate turn of events, that friendship is now being mischaracterized as we dated. Unequivocally, we did not. I'm not sure why an untrue narrative about a scope of what uh in the late 90s, I had a platonic friendship with the rapper Shine. And the unfortunate turn of events that that friendship is now being mischaracterized as we dated. Unequivocally, we did not. I'm not sure why an untrue narrative about a scope of what was a friendship more than 20 years ago is being reshaped during his current media interviews. People telling me their version of my story is why I'm releasing my upcoming memoir, Phases. It's time to tell my truth and debunk many of the misnomers that people think they know about my life. Additionally, I rarely release statements and typically ignore stories about me in the headlines, even when they are false. But when I do decide to stand up for myself, I handle things on my own. While I love my brother Ray J, I don't condone or support the message he shared on social media and have not asked him to defend me in any form. Phases is available March 31st, 2026, wherever books are sold. And y'all can go see that for yourself on her Instagram at Brandy is her Instagram, Brandy, right? As you see on the screen. So Shine out here on his cap campaign, right? The 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 gangster from Brooklyn who turned blood, who turned Jew, who, who turned politician. that nigga, that nigga Shine used to wear a bandana with a kufi on top of it. That nigga Shine such a chameleon. I swear to God, that nigga, he's just so full of crap. That nigga was in jail. He probably was Muslim when he was in jail. Walked right out the jail, took his kufi off, and threw it right on the floor, and went and went and left the site and went and became a damn a Jew. And after that, he became a Jew. Then he what you call it? He was he was a blood in jail. Then became a Jew. He was a Jewish blood. Like that nigga was banging with the Quran in his hand. I don't even know if it's the Quran that the Jews use. I might be wrong about that. But Sean is something else, man. Then he turned to Barack Obama. You don't know who Sean is, bro. You pull up Sean, you see like so many different images of him. Make sure y'all get that Phases, Brandy's memoir, March 31st. Look at Sean. This nigga, he don't know who he is, bro. That nigga lost himself mad years ago. Look, you pull up Shine, this is what you see. You got Obama Shine in the middle. You got Sean Poe right here. You got Barack O'Shine right here. You got Sean Jew right here. You got Bad Boy Sean right here. Before Diddy went to jail, he was Diddy boy. Now he out here talking greasy about Diddy. You got bald head Sean. You got Sean with the Jew curls. I don't even know what this haircut is over here. You got Sean Jew with Diddy over here. Look, Diddy don't even know who. Every time Diddy see this nigga, he's somebody else. That nigga Diddy don't even know. Like, yo, who the hell is this nigga? Every time I see this nigga, he's somebody else. Look, you got Diddy, like Bad Boy Shine, right? You got Shine Barrow right here with Diddy with the big shirts on. That was the Biggie Shine, right? Then he do his time, he come on, he see running the Diddy out in Paris, right? Now he Jew Shine. This nigga here, I don't know what Shine this is right here. Right? This is Sean Poe right here with the grill. Right? This is Barack O'Shine right here. You got Bad Boy Shine right here. The Sean Poe. And when he thought he was Alpo. Barack O'Shine. Shine the Gangster. Jew Shine. That's Bloodshine right there in the green. Here go Gangland Shine right here. Throwing up the blood sign. That's Sean Paul, the gangster. This nigga, he got an identity crisis going on. Look, even Jay-Z like, yo, who is this nigga? You got him with the heavy accent, the Belizean shine, and then you got him with talking regular. This nigga, Shine is something else, bro. I wish I could find that joint with him with the bandana on. Then you had Shine that was dissing 50, Shine that was dissing Kendrick Lamar, and now all of a sudden he cool with 50 because 50 put the documentary out on Diddy. Yeah, that nigga got an identity crisis. But getting back to Rick Ross putting the lawyers on Remy Ma. Rick Ross to Remy Ma, there's only one biggest boss. Stop stealing my IP. Rick Ross respects hustle, but he's saying Remy Ma is going too far. The biggest boss is going after Remy and her network for a movie that he says ripped off his nickname in music. I see why and why Remy is planning to release a film called The Biggest Boss on her platform, the Remy Network. Now, according to a letter sent by Rick Ross' attorney, Rick Ross is claiming the project features an unauthorized use of his music and trade name and demanding that they halt the project from going forward. Not only that, Ross says it's confusing fans into thinking that he has something to do with the movie, citing comments on social media. A rep for Remy Ma tells TMZ Remy was personally unaware of the concerns raised regarding The Biggest Boss and takes the matter seriously. She has maintained a personal and professional relationship with Rick Ross for more than 20 years and would never intentionally engage in any action that could harm his brand or cause offense. The film is apparently about a police officer who steals a drug dealer's life story and turns it into a rap career. Yo, that's Rick Ross, bro. Yo. I see why he sent the lawyers after her. Eerily similar to Rick Ross' own backstory of being a correction officer turned rapper. Some fans online have speculated the project may have been an act of retribution for Remy, as Ross has been very supportive of fighter Clarissa Shields, who is currently dating Remy's ex-husband. Oh, yeah, he did walk out at the last fight that I was at. But Remy rep says Remy has also reached out to Ross directly upon being made aware of the issue. The title was immediately removed from the platform. The Remy network is now working closely, with its partners to strengthen review processes and ensure that situations like this do not occur moving forward. That is hilarious, bro. Remy and them was about to drop a Rick Ross movie and got caught. Rick Ross, he just caught Remy out there. No, you're not gonna drop no movie. You're not gonna do that, sister. Nice try. they dropped a movie called The Biggest Boss about a cop that turns to a rap star and steals a drug dealer's name and identity. Come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, we don't know that's Rick Ross, bro. Like, come on, man. Stop. Stop, bro. Stop. That, yo, that is crazy, bro. Hey, y'all using Rick Ross music? Yo, come on, Remy. Come on. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. Or somebody knew what they was doing. Yo, yeah, Rick Ross, you did the right thing sending the lawyers at her ass. Yo, that is hilarious, bro. Oh my God. The documentary on Tubi, that trailer was fire. I didn't see it. They might have took it down by now. Let's see if it's on YouTube real quick. I might have to play that. The Biggest Boss. Nah, they ain't got. Wait, is this it? No, that ain't it. I gotta check on Tubi. Oh well, but it is what it is. Well, y'all, that's all the news for tonight. I know it was a lot. Thanks for sticking through it with me. All right, I appreciate you all, my moderators. Talisa Renee, what up? You know what I'm saying? My membership gang. Choke no joke. Y'all already know. Get that Brandy's memoir phases, March 31st. Oh, this is what I forgot to tell y'all. I almost forgot. Your boy Jay-Z is biting Nas. Right? Jay-Z want to be like Nas so bad that he is now doing a concert July 10th and 11th at Yankee Stadium. Now we know that Nas did the Hip Hop 50 joint at Yankee Stadium where Jay-Z didn't show up. And Jay-Z didn't do nothing for the Hip Hop 50, right? Now he want to come and be like Nas and come to my borough, to BX, and want to come and perform in Yankee Stadium, trying to be like Nas. Man, go to the Brooklyn Nets goddamn stadium. All right? Go perform at the Brooklyn, what is it called? Whatever it's called in Brooklyn. What is the name of that arena in Brooklyn? Damn, I ain't been in New York in a minute. I done forgot the name of the Brooklyn Nets home. Barclays Center. Yeah. What you call it? Yeah, go to the Barclays. Do it in Brooklyn. What you coming to the Bronx for? Right? What you coming to the Bronx for? Go to the Barclays Center, homie. You know what I mean? Don't try to come to the home of hip hop, the birth of hip hop. You know what I mean? Take your butt to Brooklyn. Brooklyn. All right? But yeah, so Jay-Z, he got a concert coming up outside of the Roots one I told y'all about. July 10th, July 11th, 2 days. The first day is the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. Send me a check, homie. You getting free promo over here, right? And then the following day, July 11th, shout out to Drea, that's her birthday. July 25th, that's the 25th anniversary of the Blueprint. That's why it's black and blue. The black side is the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. July 11th is the 25th anniversary of the Blueprint. So it'll be 2 days. I'm sure y'all can get y'all tickets wherever y'all find them. All right. You just sent me the trailer. Where you sent it to? So, as you can see, Jay-Z is slowly making waves to be relevant and try to get the Epstein dust off of him by coming out and showing his face and doing some concerts. You know what I'm saying? And getting, all the camel rubbers to come and take pictures with him. Y'all go ahead out there and take pictures with Harvey Weinstein's friend. Diddy's face. He ain't Diddy's friend no more. The guy that was on the Epstein list. Y'all go ahead and get y'all pictures and totally forget. Just forget about all the controversy. The Damage Control concert is here. All right. Jay-Z 30th and 25th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt and the Blueprint. All right. He can't never say I ain't help him get a few ticket sales. All right. Choke no joke, you already know, man. Remy be in the building, get that DNA. You heard? Choke no joke, man. Y'all have a good night. Hit that like, subscribe to the channel. Help me get 1 million subscribers. Tell your friends, subscribe to my man Choke No Joke channel. They be hating on him. All right? Truth be told, all day, every day. Rest in peace, Pac and Big. All right? Get that Tunnel documentary out right now on Tubi, Amazon Prime, YouTube, Stash Movies, and other platforms. It's called The Hip Hop Nucleus. All right? Make sure y'all get that. Choke No Joke. Learn from Mistakes 2 out right now. I'm getting ready to go in the studio and record Learn from Mistakes 3. You know what I mean? Support your boy. Hit me up at Real Choke No Joke on Instagram. Hit me with a follow. I'll follow you back. All right? $100. One.
How I do it.
Yo.
This is a diss, would be specific. Hit you with a sub, you blacklisted. Her third tour, it's ridiculous. You in the crowd, babysitting. Mad at pics, fans flicking. You got a Billy, they dick licking. Kids, your son and dad missing. You duck in the swab, results prison. I see your faces, the mad prison. Y'all rats, are you kidding? And if you sign, you have no wisdom. Integrity missing, money mission. The Marlon Trails in your system. Camel licking, nerves switching. Are y'all kidding? Y'all Virginian. Success, y'all dream sex. Sold a lot of units, but still checks. Squares, Nike, I run with checks. People use Marcy as pets. I move his skin, you on your head. All your tunes are dead. You ugly like your dreads. No bag, I'm on your head. No fag, I'm my shooter. You the glad Duke shooter. You do balls but no hooters. Choke no joke, I am the future with no Malloy. You play with boys, be out here wishing she was a boy. You her decoy, you her bitch. Choke no joke, I am the shit. Yo Cam, get off my dick. Mad Jim, king of the dips. Without you L's, you have no hits. Your last hit was True Life. When he caught you with that right. Yo Big Joe, am I right? Nigga Dame saved your life. And then you crossed him for Ho. Got on stage with Ho. You an actor, you ain't Poe. Joke no joke, you already know.
This one goes out to Talisa Renee.
Choke
You know
no
what
joke.
it is.
Jack Brown. Yeah, now.
Choke no joke. Jack Brown. Yeah. This what ATL in New York sound like. Let's go. Y'all hating ass niggas, I see y'all. Choke get busy, that's why I got the crown. Hate in the air. You clowns, I see the envy that you breed, jealousy. What you need is your own damn hustle. Stop worrying about mine. Nigga, I'm poppin' cause I put in time. Came out modeling, camera in hand. Still get busy with the mic in hand. Streets pulled out, niggas got sprayed. Niggas turn on you when they see you get paid. The intimidation in your face. Where's the love? What's taking place? You want my gold and my ducats. Cause my money overflowing out of buckets. Shot him in public, made people holler. Scar on his face for the money and the power. I'm the choker. Choker. The truth in the industry made me the choker. 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 The truth in the industry made me the game had me fooled, got in, was young. Thought talent made you rich, damn was dumb. More to make, cake from crumbs. You gotta be sweet, G or native tongue. My heartbeat went into overload. When Larry tried to turn me into a mole, told me show my curly to the CEO. I didn't think it's funny, so his jaw hit the floor and grabbed that chair that broke his back. Then realized that's a hate attack. Harassment comes assault, you in the maze. No way out, like Puff and Mace. Touch me, tease me, I catch a case. Nigga, you ain't straight as your poker face. Father law God, in that game I fold. This sun don't tick, demon time don't hold. I'm the choker. Choker. The truth in the industry made me the choker. 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 The truth in the industry made me the choker. ones and twos. Choked up. What y'all want to do? I'm here now. Eat a wall, stand up. Shout out to the bomb squad. Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke.